Romulus Augustus was the last emperor of the Western Roman Empire. He was crowned on October 31st, 475 AD, and reigned for less than a year. He was a child when he became emperor, after his father, General Orestes, put him into power after overthrowing the previous ruler, Julius Nepos, who fled from the Roman capital of Ravenna and hid out in Dalmatia, abandoning his crown, although he never officially abdicated his title. Eastern Roman Emperor Zeno never acknowledged the transfer of power and referred to Nepos as the Emperor of Italy. The Western Empire at the time of Romulus consisted of the provinces of Italy, Dalmatia, and northern Gaul. The rest was carved up by Gothic tribes and Asiatic nomads. During Romulus's 10-month reign, the child emperor watched the once mighty empire be whittled down, while his imperial army was made up of mostly foreign soldiers and mercenaries. One of these Germanic soldiers was an officer named Odoacer, who was amassing power within the imperial army and eventually led a revolt against the Romans. On August 23, 476 AD, his soldiers proclaimed Odoacer king and vowed to follow him to the death. A few days later, the new king marched onto Ravenna and surrounded the city as Odoacer demanded to see the emperor. On September 4th, 476 AD, the young Romulus Augustus abdicated his throne and surrendered his crown to Odoacer. Realizing that the Roman emperor was a child, he spared his life and granted the young man a pension and had him exiled to Naples. Romulus spent the rest of his life living in the egg castle, which housed a luxurious villa. He was given a yearly pension of 6,000 solidi by Odoacer. It is unknown when Romulus died. Some say it was 480, but others think it was sometime after 511 but before 530, when the Eastern Romans recaptured Italy, because their records do not mention him. As for the other Western Roman emperor, Julius Nepos, in accordance to a deal between Eastern Roman Emperor Zeno and Odoacer, he was recognized as the emperor of Italy, but he had no army or power and had to remain in Dalmatia. His reign and life ended on May 9, 480 AD, when he was killed by his former rivals and followers of the emperor he removed from power, Glycerius. Odoacer, the king of Italy, used Nepos' murder as an excuse to add Dalmatia to his kingdom after executing the murderers of the last emperor, much to the chagrin of Zeno, who more or less gave him the authority to do so. But Zeno was secretly negotiating with Odoacer's rival, Theodoric, who would eventually replace him as the king of Italy, but he would die before his plan came to fruition.